Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Critical Reactions with your host, Bryan. Now, today we are going to be continuing last week's Doom Metal Week, just kind of clearing out these four tracks before we move on into Revisiting Bands Week, which was supposed to be this week. We'll be doing that at the end of the week. Today's band is the Cult of Luna. And we have requests from Casey and Pajama Muncher, Shal Roch, Lacia Umanets, Salark Molly, Breton M, Nebocha Draximovic. I'm so sorry. Pajama Muncher got added twice for some reason. Alexander Marchand and Victor Antonio. There wasn't really any consensus. There was a lot of unique songs being requested. And so we ended up taking the Wreck of S.S Needle. Yep, the Wreck of S.S Needle. Also featuring Julie Christmas, I suppose. I don't know if it's featuring her. It says Cult of Luna and Julie Christmas. So not really sure what that entails, but yeah, let's get into this. A lot of I think this was the most amount of tracks requested for a single band. Kind of ridiculous how many songs were requested for this Cult of Luna. So yeah, let's get into this. Let's see what's up. Very ominous. Yeah, this definitely has the overbearing weight of the Doom songs we've listened to, but it doesn't have that sludge feel. This is the first band that we've listened to that hasn't taken a very slow approach to the doom and weight. This song, anyway, specifically handles all of that emotional feel in the textures of the song. And of course, as I say that, we enter this really slow build-up section. So, yeah, of course it's going to happen. interestingly enough, this song hasn't really progressed anywhere. We've seen a lot of the same ideas perpetuated the entire time we've listened to it so far. There's a lot of textures going on to make this sound floor though. This song's kind of like the equivalent of stomping your feet. It has this real heavy weight to it, even though you're just moving. Like, you can still tell that there's an oppressiveness here. Like, even just listening to the guitar strokes. They're just these heavy strokes, they're all down strokes, and it just creates like this roughness, this brutalness. Dude, that compressed yell is just... It is just this raw, almost like dirty singing style. It is just... It's so unfocused, and I think it adds so much to the song, even though I think it's bad technique. I'm glad that there wasn't good technique used. So many layers. And the cool thing is, it sounds like we're in a different section, even though we're not. Somehow I just noticed that there's a choir. love those vocalizations. They're so airy, and it has like, I don't know, like this pipe-ish sound to it. So good. Especially just because of the harmonies. If it was just a single vocal line of those hus, it would not have the same effect. But having the 2, 3, I think there's 3 of them in there, just harmonizing, just sounds so good. All right, so that is Cult of Luna. Yeah, that I'm gonna have to check out a little bit more, but based on that one song, that album's going on my wish list. I need that. I need more of that. That was, oh my god. Okay, so here's the thing. Musically, if you want to look at complexity of composition, this song has it. But the interesting thing is that it does it with layers, not with evolution. That's not the best way to word that. It evolves the same core idea. The beginning, the clean vocals part, the screaming chorusy part. I think it's the chorus. Um, the bridge to the outro, and then the outro. They're all pretty much the same idea, and yet they all feel unique. The fact that I can break them up into each of these individual sections of the song, despite them all being very, very similar, is impressive. And it's all done through layering. Each of the areas has their own bit of layering to it, with the end, for all I could tell, had every single piece. And it's almost like that is the, the true form of the song, where the other sections were aspects of it. And when all the aspects come together, you have this mix of beauty and fear and isolation and anger and rage and just all of this. It's just all combined into one. But before that, we only got to see, this aspect of it, this facet of it, this angle of the song. And yeah, it's beautiful how they pulled that off. And I just and the thing is, there's so many layers. I really tried to kind of hone in and focus on as many as I could. Um, but even there at the end, it took me a while to even hear that there's a choir. And the thing is that there's just the foundation to all of this. The whole song rides on the strength of the foundation. Because when you just look at the instruments themselves, they're all playing rather repetitious, rather simple lines. But it's really how they all come together and create this sound floor. It's kind of like a sound wall, like a wall of sound where you can't really hear the distinct pieces too well, but it's not in your face. It's not something that you're, at eye level that you're walking into. It's something you don't even think about. It's something that's underneath it all. You don't really think about the sidewalk when you're walking on it, but you think about a wall when you hit it, or when you're going to avoid it, walking around a wall. And that's kind of I'm making up these terms as I go right now because I don't have the musical vocabulary to describe this phenomenon right here. But it's kind of what I'm getting at is that this song has a fantastic musical floor. It's dense, it's heavily layered, but it's done so in a way that's unobtrusive to more of the spotlight areas of the song, which for the most part is the lead guitar and the singer. And it's really easy to get lost in the lead melodies and just kind of forget or not really notice all of the stuff that's happening in the floor, all the stuff that's happening in the foundation to the track. And it's just, I'm going to have to listen to this like 3 or 4 more times just to kind of pick everything out because it is just so densely layered. It is so good. I don't know how many times I can say that. I am in love with this track. And it's just, I don't know. And something about the singer's ability to just kind of mold into these different vocal techniques. Like at the beginning, it's almost childlike. There's this innocence to it. It's a bit higher pitched, a little bit ethereal. It's got like this breathiness to it, but it doesn't have, the strength of a matured adult set of vocal cords. And then you get into the chorus where she gets more power behind it, a lot more, diaphragm pressure, more projection, and then you get the compression on top of that. That's borderline yelling. Like I was saying, it's sounds like really bad technique, but the rawness adds so much to that section that I don't want to tell vocalists to go out and destroy their vocal cords to get this effect, but at the same time, this effect was so good and it just matched everything that was happening in the music. Um, and the fact that she can just jump between these like it's nothing, it's just, I mean, that's phenomenal. And then those airy pipe harmonies at the end, the hu's, the ha 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 ha, just the way that they are harmonized. And I'm going to say that I'm also going to give a little bit of this credit to the engineer for just kind of rounding out that sound. I mean, it's just, there's so much good stuff going on in here, and it really requires a keen ear and multiple listens to kind of pick it all apart and see how it fits together. But just on a first listen, I am blown away. Now, my next question is this the singer? Is that Julie Christmas? And if so, does Cult of Luna not have a typical singer? Or do they do instrumental works and then Julie Christmas sings on this album, whatever songs have vocal tracks? I don't know. If not, who is Julie Christmas and how does she fit into this? What part did she play? Because I'm really trying to figure out what part is Cult of Luna. What's their core aspect? And, what part of this song is more attributed to this Julie Christmas person? Because if everything I liked about it, well, I mean, I liked a lot about it. I don't think any of it could be attributed to just a single person. But, at the same time, if like the composition or the build-up style or, being the singer, if any of that's attributed to this Julie Christmas, then maybe I won't like, Cult of Luna's core music. I don't know. I need these questions answered. I might just have to go listen to some more of their stuff on my own because, like I said, I'm blown away. I need more of this. This song was just so good. And the thing is, I found out last week talking to some people that I've actually done a doom metal song before that I really loved, and that was Oceans of Slumber Winter? I think the song was called Winter. And that was another female led doom metal song, or doom metal band, doom metal song, I guess, that was, um, once again, heavily layered and kind of, it used a lot of evolving a single type of idea. There were multiple movements to it, but the core beginning and end, which take up over 50% of the song, is more or less the same musical idea, just, messing around with it and tweaking it a little bit here and there. And I think that's what I really love about the doom metal genre, and I don't know if that's indicative of the genre as a whole, or if I'm just getting some cherry pick stuff, or if maybe this is a subgenre of the core doom metal experience. But I don't think it's a coincidence that these two female led, kind of sitting within the same idea and evolving a single musical concept. I don't think it's a coincidence. I love both of these songs. I think that this is my idea of what I would love most out of doom metal. So I don't know. We have two more tracks for doom metal week, and I will see how those go. But I mean, so far I have favorites. I have favorites, and they happen to be very similar. So yeah, that is Cult of Luna. This is where you guys come in. Let me know what you thought of them. If you've heard of them before, if you want to give me more recommendations. Um, Am I way off here and this was not as great as I'm making it out to be? I don't think so. But if that's your opinion, go ahead and type it down there and let me know. You're not gonna change my mind though, because I love this. While you're down there in the comments, make sure you like, subscribe, ring the bell. You can check out my Patreon or Twitter. Links are in the description. And that rounds out this video. We have two more doom metal songs. They'll both come out tomorrow. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday will be the next week's theme. Well, this week's theme, which is revisiting bands. Alright, I think that's about it. You guys stay safe out there, and have a fantastic morning, day, evening, noon, whatever.